The rate at which we're advancing computing is insane, and it's still not fast enough, so we built another chip. First wave of AI is modernizing all of the world's data centers.
What if the most powerful AI model ever created wasn't behind a paywall? Nvidia's Nematron 70B, an open-source AI, just outperformed GPT-4 and Claude 3.5, and anyone can use it for free. What makes Nematron 70B outperform the biggest AI models, and how can you start using it today? In this video, we'll break down its features, real-world uses, and why it's now the top choice for developers and creators. Stay tuned. The rise of Nematron 70B, Nvidia's AI evolution. Nvidia, originally known for its powerful GPUs that transform gaming and high-performance computing, has recently shifted its focus to artificial intelligence. For years, Nvidia's hardware advancements fueled breakthroughs in machine learning, but the company didn't stop at hardware. It recognized the growing demand for more advanced AI models and entered the AI software arena, paving the way for tools that reshape industries. The Nematron 70B is part of that evolution. It's built on the Llama 3.1 framework, one of the latest open-source models that allow researchers and developers to freely access cutting-edge AI technology. Open-source models like Nematron give users more control, transparency, and flexibility, unlike proprietary models locked behind paywalls. Nematron 70B sits at the forefront of large language models, LLMs, with its impressive 70 billion parameters, giving it a level of sophistication that rivals even the best closed-source models, like GPT-4 and Claude 3.5. But the real breakthrough lies in how it was trained and fine-tuned. Nvidia employed advanced reinforcement learning from human feedback, RLHF, which means Nematron learns not only from pre-existing data, but also from real-time feedback. This method allows it to better understand and follow instructions, making interactions more natural and intuitive. Imagine asking a question, and the model refines its response based on how helpful or accurate its previous answers were. That's the power of RLHF. To take it a step further, Nvidia introduced a novel alignment technique called Help Steer 2, designed to help Nematron adapt to complex tasks more efficiently. This method helps the model align better with human preferences, improving its instruction-following abilities. It's why Nematron performs exceptionally well in benchmarks like ArenaHard and MTBench, outclassing some of the most advanced AI models available today. Nematron 70B is a significant milestone for Nvidia, representing a fusion of their expertise in hardware and a commitment to pushing the boundaries of AI through innovative software solutions. Next up, let's explore the cutting-edge architecture that makes Nematron 70B a powerhouse in the AI world. Architecture and key features. The architecture of Nematron 70B is one of the key reasons why it stands out in the world of large language models. At its core, Nematron is built using a transformer architecture, which is the foundation for almost all modern AI language models. Transformers are designed to process vast amounts of text quickly and accurately, and the way Nematron does this is a bit special. It utilizes multi-query attention, which is a technique that helps the model focus on multiple parts of the input simultaneously. What does this mean for you? In simple terms, multi-query attention allows Nematron to understand and respond to complex prompts more efficiently. Instead of getting bogged down by heavy computations, it processes information faster and more accurately. Whether you're asking it to solve a problem, generate text, or analyze data, this architecture ensures the responses are quick and on point. You won't be left waiting around for slow responses, and the output is consistently more accurate than models that don't use this attention mechanism. Another major factor that boosts Nematron's performance is its 70 billion parameters. To give some context, parameters are the individual weights in the model that adjust during training, and the more parameters a model has, the better it can understand and produce human-like language. With 70 billion parameters, Nematron is equipped to handle even the most challenging tasks, from complex logical reasoning to in-depth conversations. Having this many parameters allows Nematron to process subtleties in language, which means more accurate answers, better problem-solving capabilities, and more nuanced content generation. For you, it means that the model can handle a wide variety of requests without losing quality in its responses. Whether you need help with programming, answering tough questions, or even generating creative writing. One of the reasons Nematron 70B is so powerful is because of how Nvidia trained it. The model is built on the Llama 3.1 framework, which is already an impressive system on its own. But Nvidia didn't stop there. They introduced some key innovations to take it to the next level. First, they used reinforcement learning from human feedback, ROHF. This means Nematron learned not just from the massive amounts of text it was trained on, but also from real-time feedback given by humans during the training process. Every time it generated a response, humans provided feedback on whether it was helpful, accurate, or aligned with the task. Over time, this feedback loop refined the model, making it better at following instructions and giving useful responses. When you interact with it, the model feels more in tune with what you're asking for, as if it gets what you're looking for on a deeper level. Another important part of the training process is something called Help Steer 2. This method helps align the model's output with human preferences more effectively. Think of it as a way for the model to learn what kind of answers are most helpful to you. Help Steer 2 fine-tunes how the model understands and follows instructions, improving its ability to handle complex, multi-step tasks or ambiguous queries. When you ask a tough question, Nematron can handle it without missing key details, thanks to this careful alignment. Now, while all these features make Nematron powerful, it's important to talk about energy efficiency, especially with the massive scale of AI models today. Training and running models with billions of parameters usually require a lot of computational power, which in turn consumes a lot of energy. Nvidia took this into account when building Nematron. They designed it to be more energy efficient than previous models. The multi-query attention not only speeds up processing, but also reduces the amount of energy required to complete tasks. This efficiency means it can perform at high levels without draining huge amounts of energy, making it a better choice for large-scale operations. For developers or organizations looking to implement AI solutions at scale, this focus on energy efficiency is a game changer. It means you can deploy Nematron without worrying about excessive energy consumption or environmental impact. It's more sustainable, making it easier to use over long periods, especially for companies focused on reducing their carbon footprint while still benefiting from advanced AI technology. Nematron's ability to blend cutting-edge performance with sustainability sets it apart from other models. The high parameter count, multi-query attention, advanced training methods, and efficient energy usage make it a model that can be applied across various industries without compromising on quality or responsibility. Whether you're a developer, a content creator, or someone working on large-scale projects, Nematron 70B is designed to deliver powerful results efficiently. Now that you know how it's built, let's see how Nematron measures up against the toughest benchmarks out there. Benchmark performance: how Nematron beats the competition. Nematron 70B has established itself as one of the most powerful open-source models, and its benchmark performance is proof of that. When looking at how it stacks up against some of the most well-known models, like GPT-4 and Claude 3.5, it's clear that Nematron is no ordinary AI. The numbers speak for themselves, and when digging into those benchmarks, it becomes clear why Nematron has captured the attention of the AI community. Let's start with the Arena Hard benchmark, one of the most challenging tests for large language models. Arena Hard is specifically designed to evaluate a model's ability to handle tough tasks like reasoning, understanding complex instructions, and problem solving. Nematron 70B scored an impressive 85.0 on this benchmark, significantly outperforming GPT-4, which scored 79.3, and Claude 3.5, which managed 79.2. This isn't just a small margin. It shows how Nematron's advanced training techniques allow it to understand and solve difficult problems faster and more accurately than its competitors. For you, this means Nematron can handle highly complex questions with ease, producing better and more reliable answers. Another major benchmark to look at is Alpaca Evil 2 LC, which focuses on conversational tasks and reasoning. Nematron once again demonstrated its strength here, surpassing both closed-source and open-source models in delivering coherent, accurate, and contextually appropriate responses. The importance of this is huge because conversations aren't just about understanding words. They're about interpreting the meaning behind them and responding naturally. Nematron's ability to do this so well makes it a perfect tool for applications that require human-like interaction, whether it's a customer service chatbot or a personal assistant. Now let's talk about MTBench, which evaluates how well models perform across multiple tasks at the same time. This includes everything from coding challenges to logic puzzles and mathematical reasoning. Nemotron dominated the competition here, showing its versatility by handling tasks that require deep reasoning and technical understanding. For instance, in coding tasks, Nemotron was able to generate complex Python functions, solve programming problems, and even debug code, all with precision. When tested on mathematical problem solving, it outperformed most other models, demonstrating its ability to process and calculate faster and more accurately. Real-world examples further highlight how Nemotron's performance stands out. For instance, in a coding challenge, when asked to write a Python function to find the sum of all even numbers in a list, Nemotron was able to generate the correct code with clear, readable syntax. Its ability to solve complex logical problems, like determining the total distance traveled by a train with changing speeds, also placed it ahead of other models. This kind of practical application is critical, especially for developers or companies that need reliable, accurate solutions in real time. Nemotron doesn't just solve problems, it understands them deeply, which results in better output every time. A big reason for Nemotron's success in these benchmarks comes down to how Nvidia fine-tuned the model using Bradley-Terry and regression reward models. These reward models help Nemotron learn from its mistakes and continuously improve its responses. The Bradley-Terry model compares responses and ranks them based on how well they meet user instructions, while the regression model predicts numeric scores for responses based on factors like accuracy and helpfulness. This combination gives Nemotron a huge advantage in producing more accurate, thoughtful responses in real-world tasks. It's this fine-tuning that helps Nemotron not just perform well on paper, but also excel in real-world applications where accuracy and precision are critical. In all these benchmarks, whether it's handling conversation, problem-solving, or multitasking, Nemotron 70B has proven that it's a leader in the AI world. It's not only competing with some of the best proprietary models like GPT-4 and Claude 3.5, but beating them. And that makes Nemotron a truly remarkable tool for anyone looking for top-tier performance in an open-source model. From winning benchmarks to real-world results, let's see how Nemotron is transforming industries like finance, healthcare, and more. Real-world applications across industries. Nemotron 70B isn't just a technical marvel. It's designed to make a real impact across various industries, from finance to healthcare and beyond. Let's look at how this model is already transforming the way businesses and organizations operate and how you could benefit from it in your own work. In finance, Nemotron 70B is being used to analyze huge amounts of data, helping companies make smarter decisions. You know how financial markets can be unpredictable, right? Nemotron can process vast data sets and identify patterns that humans might miss. It assists with risk assessments, giving financial institutions a clearer picture of potential outcomes. Whether it's predicting stock market trends or analyzing complex portfolios, Nemotron provides accurate insights that can save time and money. If you're working in finance, this means you can rely on faster, data-driven decisions. Healthcare is another area where Nemotron shines. Picture this: a healthcare professional needs quick, accurate diagnostic support. Nemotron can assist by analyzing patient data and suggesting possible diagnoses, all while considering the latest medical research. This means better, faster decisions in critical moments. It's also being used to power virtual healthcare assistants, which can help patients by answering questions, managing appointments, or even tracking symptoms. For doctors and researchers, Nemotron's ability to process complex medical data can also aid in medical research, speeding up breakthroughs and enhancing patient care. In customer service, Nemotron powers virtual assistants and chatbots that provide seamless, human-like interactions. You've probably dealt with chatbots before, and often they can feel robotic or unhelpful. Nemotron changes that by understanding context better and responding more naturally. Whether it's helping customers navigate an online store, resolving issues, or answering questions, Nemotron makes these experiences smoother and more efficient. Businesses using this model can expect happier customers and reduced response times. For content creation and SEO, Nemotron is a game changer. It can generate human-like content on demand, perfect for blog posts, marketing materials, or social media. If you're in the digital marketing world, you know how crucial fresh, engaging content is. Nemotron can help optimize your content for search engines by understanding SEO requirements and real-time data. Need to write about a trending topic? Nemotron can access real-time information and craft content that's both relevant and optimized for visibility. Next, we'll explore the uncensored nature of Nemotron 70B and the ethical questions that come with it. Uncensored nature, the ethics and implications. Nemotron 70B stands out for many reasons, but one of its most striking aspects is its uncensored nature. Unlike models like GPT-4 or Claude, which have tight restrictions on the type of content they generate, Nemotron gives users a lot more freedom. While this makes it incredibly versatile, it also opens up some important discussions about ethics and potential misuse. When a model like Nemotron 70B is called uncensored, it means there are fewer built-in filters stopping it from generating certain kinds of content. For example, if someone asks it to write something controversial or sensitive, other models might refuse or give a generic warning. Nemotron, on the other hand, will often provide a more complete answer, though it may still offer a disclaimer about legality or ethics. This can be both a strength and a risk, depending on how it's used. One of the major benefits of this uncensored approach is freedom in content creation. Researchers, developers, and creators get full access to the model's capabilities without worrying about content filters blocking legitimate inquiries. This is especially useful in fields like research, where certain sensitive topics need to be explored openly. For instance, researchers might need to explore controversial topics in psychology, social studies, or political science without having their inquiries blocked by overcautious AI filters. For you, this means greater flexibility and the ability to dive into complex or nuanced subjects without hitting roadblocks. However, this freedom comes with significant ethical concerns. The lack of strict censorship makes it easier for Nemotron to generate controversial content or misinformation if it's prompted in that direction. An uncensored AI could be misused to spread harmful ideas, incorrect information, or even instructions for illegal activities. While the model might provide warnings or disclaimers, it could still produce content that others might find inappropriate or unethical. This raises questions about how much responsibility should be placed on users versus developers when it comes to preventing harmful uses of open-source AI. Another issue is bias. All large language models, including Nemotron, are trained on vast amounts of data from the internet. This data often includes biased or harmful information. In an uncensored model, these biases can sometimes slip through more easily. While all AI models are imperfect and prone to bias to some degree, the uncensored nature of Nemotron could mean that problematic content is generated more frequently or without the same safeguards present in more tightly controlled models. So where's the balance? The open-source nature of Nemotron gives developers and users an incredible tool, but it also requires them to take on more responsibility. With great freedom comes the need for ethical usage. It's up to the users to ensure that they're using the model in a way that doesn't cause harm or spread false information. For example, when using Nemotron in a research setting, it's important to cross-check facts and ensure that the model's output is used responsibly. In content creation, it's crucial to avoid misleading or harmful narratives. The power of an uncensored model means users need to be thoughtful about the impact of the content they produce with it. Nvidia has taken steps to mitigate some of these risks by balancing open access with responsible AI practices. While Nemotron is uncensored, it still includes some basic safety mechanisms to prevent blatantly harmful use. For example, when the model generates content about illegal activities, it usually adds a disclaimer or warning, making it clear that certain behaviors are unethical or illegal. Nvidia encourages users to be aware of these safeguards and to use the model responsibly. This approach strikes a balance between offering the flexibility of an open-source model and ensuring that some basic ethical standards are in place. Ultimately, the uncensored nature of Nemotron 70B can be a powerful asset if used wisely. It allows for freedom in content creation, academic exploration, and even the development of new applications without the limitations imposed by overfiltering. But with that freedom comes a need for responsible usage, especially in an age where misinformation and harmful content can spread rapidly. How this model is used will depend largely on the community of developers, creators, and researchers who adopt it, and the ethical choices they make in the process. Now that we've discussed its freedom, let's look at how you can access and use Nematron 70B yourself. User experience: how to access and use Nematron 70B. Accessing and using Nematron 70B is simpler than you might think, and best of all, it's free. Whether you're a developer, researcher, or someone just curious about AI, you can start interacting with this model right away using a few easy methods. One of the easiest ways to get started is through Nvidia's NEM platform. Once you create an account, you'll have access to Nematron 70B directly from their platform. All you need to do is log in, find the Nematron 70B model under their chat options, and start typing your questions or prompts. There are no complicated setups or extra software needed, so you can get up and running in minutes. If you're into experimenting with AI or building cool projects, this is a great place to begin. Another option is to use Hugging Chat, a platform powered by Hugging Face. It's as simple as visiting the Hugging Chat website, choosing the Nematron 70B model from the list, and opening a free account. Hugging Chat is really beginner-friendly, so even if you're not an expert in AI, you can still get the most out of the model. Just type your questions, whether they're about coding, writing, or even research, and the model responds right within the chat interface. If you prefer more control over the model and want to run it on your own infrastructure, Ollama is a great choice. With Ollama, you can run Nematron locally on your own machine. It's as easy as downloading the Ollama app and then using the command Ollama run Nematron to launch the model. This gives you complete flexibility, whether you want to integrate it into larger workflows or run it for private use without depending on external platforms. For those looking to deploy Nematron into more specific use cases like building AI agents or chatbots, Nvidia's suite of tools makes it easy to integrate into your existing systems. You can also customize the model based on your needs, whether for personal use or within your business. And don't worry about limitations. Nematron doesn't have token restrictions, so you can experiment freely without worrying about hitting usage caps. Whether you're just getting started or looking for more control, accessing Nematron 70B gives you the flexibility to explore powerful AI without hassle. It's time to see how Nematron compares head-to-head with AI heavyweights like GPT-4 and Claude 3.5. Comparisons with other LLMs. When comparing Nematron 70B to other leading models like GPT-4 and Claude 3.5, it's clear that Nematron isn't just another large language model. It's in a league of its own. From performance to flexibility, Nematron consistently shows why it's one of the most powerful open-source models available today. Let's break down how Nematron stacks up against these giants and why it stands out in critical areas like logical reasoning, coding, and conversational tasks. Nematron 70B versus GPT-4. GPT-4 is a well-known model that has gained massive popularity for its ability to handle complex queries and generate human-like responses. However, when it comes to logical reasoning and handling intricate tasks, Nematron often surpasses GPT-4. For example, in the Arena Hard benchmark, Nematron scored an impressive 85.0, outperforming GPT-4, which scored 79.3. This may seem like a small difference, but in AI benchmarks, those extra points are huge, especially when you consider the level of complexity involved in these tests. What this means for you is that Nematron is better equipped to handle more nuanced, multi-step tasks without losing track of key details. In terms of coding, Nematron is also proving to be a strong contender. Whether you're asking for help with Python scripts, debugging, or more complex programming challenges, Nematron delivers accurate and concise responses. In one coding challenge, Nematron was able to generate a Python function to find even numbers in a list faster and with more clarity than GPT-4. Users have reported that Nematron's code outputs often require less post-processing or tweaking compared to GPT-4, which sometimes produces more verbose or less optimized solutions. This efficiency makes a big difference, especially if you're working on a project where speed and accuracy matter. Another area where Nematron stands out is efficiency. While GPT-4 is powerful, it often requires more computational resources to run, which can slow down performance, especially for those working on local infrastructure. Nematron, on the other hand, has been designed with energy efficiency in mind, using techniques like multi-query attention to speed up tasks while consuming less power. This can be a game changer if you're running large-scale operations or even just experimenting locally, as you can get more done without worrying about draining resources. Nemotron 70B versus Claude 3.5. Now let's talk about Claude 3.5, another leading LLM that focuses heavily on conversational tasks. While Claude has been praised for its ability to handle natural language dialogue, Nemotron 70B takes conversational abilities to the next level. In the Alpaca Evil 2 LC benchmark, which measures models' performance in handling conversational and reasoning tasks, Nemotron consistently outperformed Claude 3.5 by delivering more coherent and contextually appropriate responses. If you're working on projects that involve chatbots, virtual assistants, or any type of conversation-based interaction, Nemotron's ability to understand and respond naturally gives it a clear advantage. One of the major differences between these models is that Nemotron is uncensored, while Claude 3.5 applies heavy filters to its outputs. For users who need the freedom to explore sensitive topics or who want fewer restrictions in their research, this makes Nemotron a more versatile tool. Claude's filters sometimes block even legitimate inquiries, which can be frustrating if you're working in fields like social research or exploring controversial subjects. Nemotron, on the other hand, gives you more control, allowing you to use the model in a way that best suits your needs, without worrying about being overly restricted. In terms of creativity, Nemotron also holds its own. Users who have tested both models side by side have noted that Nemotron often delivers more dynamic, imaginative responses when tasked with creative writing or content generation. Whether you're drafting a blog post, scripting videos, or generating marketing copy, Nemotron seems to have a better understanding of flow and tone. Claude 3.5 tends to produce responses that feel a little more rigid or formulaic, which can be less engaging if you're trying to create content that resonates with your audience. Real benchmark examples and user feedback. To reinforce Nemotron's dominance over these proprietary models, let's look at real-world user feedback and some practical comparisons. In tests requiring mathematical reasoning, Nemotron has repeatedly demonstrated its ability to solve complex problems with greater accuracy than both GPT-4 and Claude 3.5. For instance, when asked to calculate the total distance traveled by a vehicle with changing speeds over different time intervals, Nemotron gave a correct, step-by-step solution more consistently than GPT-4, which sometimes failed to account for all the variables. User feedback has also highlighted that Nemotron tends to have better multitasking abilities. For example, when asked to handle multiple prompts at once, such as generating code, answering a math problem, and creating a piece of text, Nemotron processed these requests faster and with fewer errors than GPT-4 and Claude. This multitasking ability is crucial for those who rely on AI to perform various tasks in parallel, whether in academic research, software development, or creative industries. At the end of the day, Nemotron 70B brings a combination of power, efficiency, and flexibility that you won't find in many other models. Unlike closed-source models like GPT-4 and Claude 3.5, Nemotron is open source, giving you more freedom to explore, customize, and integrate it into your projects. Whether you're looking for a model that excels in logical reasoning, coding, or creative tasks, Nemotron has proven itself time and time again. Its uncensored nature and energy-efficient architecture only add to its appeal, making it a top choice for developers, researchers, and businesses alike. Nemotron 70B doesn't just compete with the giants of the AI world. It beats them in key areas, offering you the best open-source solution available today. Now let's take a closer look at how Nemotron 70B empowers developers with advanced coding capabilities and flexible API integrations. Nemotron for developers, coding, APIs, and more for developers. Nemotron 70B is more than just a tool for generating text. It's a powerful assistant for coding, debugging, and building complex workflows. Whether you're a seasoned programmer or just getting started, Nemotron can make your development process smoother and faster. When it comes to Python coding challenges, Nemotron shines. From generating functions to solving algorithmic problems, the model's understanding of syntax and logic allows it to quickly create clean, functional code. Say you need a Python function to sort a list or find even numbers. Nematron delivers accurate solutions without wasting time. Developers have found that it's particularly good at debugging code, where it analyzes errors and provides fixes that often save hours of manual work. If you're stuck on a complex bug, Nematron can spot the issue and suggest efficient ways to solve it. For more advanced tasks, like handling complex algorithms or optimizing code, Nematron's ability to think through logical steps makes it an invaluable resource. You can ask it to explain complicated algorithms or even help improve your existing code. If you're working on performance improvements, Nematron can suggest ways to optimize your scripts, helping you get better results with fewer lines of code. It's also great for automating workflows. Whether you're building automation scripts for cloud infrastructure or just streamlining repetitive tasks in your codebase, Nematron can help you get there faster. One of the best parts of using Nematron as a developer is the range of APIs and tools available to integrate it into your projects. Nvidia's APIs make it easy to connect Nematron with your apps and platforms, whether you're building a web-based service, an AI-powered chatbot, or a custom project that requires natural language processing. You can customize Nematron to fit your specific needs, from writing code snippets to generating responses in real time for users. These APIs allow you to plug Nematron directly into your development pipeline, making it easier than ever to build intelligent applications without having to start from scratch. Nematron 70B is designed to help developers focus on what they do best: creating, optimizing, and deploying code, with the support of a highly capable AI model that handles the heavy lifting. Finally, let's discuss the future potential and exciting innovations Nematron 70B holds for AI development. Future potential and innovations. Looking ahead, Nematron 70B has incredible potential for even more advanced applications and upgrades. As impressive as the model already is, future updates could push its capabilities further, especially when it comes to its architecture and parameter size. For instance, we might see future versions of Nematron with even more parameters, which could boost its ability to handle more complex queries, make predictions more accurate, and respond in even more nuanced ways. With Nvidia constantly innovating, an expansion in scale could take Nematron to entirely new levels. One area where Nematron has the potential to shine is in robotics and autonomous systems. Imagine a world where Nematron isn't just answering questions or writing code, it's powering autonomous robots or vehicles, allowing them to interact more intelligently with their environments. In robotics, this could mean smarter decision-making processes, more natural human-robot interaction, and better adaptability to real-world scenarios. Nematron's powerful reasoning abilities would be incredibly valuable in tasks where robots need to learn and adapt on the fly. The rise of personal AI agents is another exciting space where Nematron could play a huge role. Think about personal assistants that go far beyond basic scheduling and reminders. AI agents that understand you on a deep level, can handle complex tasks, and adapt to your personal preferences. Nematron's ability to learn and respond to intricate requests could make personal AI agents more intuitive, offering assistance with everything from managing your day to solving complex problems. This level of personalization could transform how individuals interact with AI in their daily lives. Nvidia's role in shaping the future of AI is undeniable. As they continue to refine models like Nematron, we're likely to see even more integration of AI into different industries. Whether it's in healthcare, finance, or education, AI-driven industries are going to see massive transformations, and models like Nematron will be at the heart of it. Nvidia's expertise in GPUs and AI software puts them in the perfect position to lead the next wave of AI innovation. The possibilities for what comes next are endless, and Nematron is just the beginning of a new era in AI technology. What's the most exciting way you'd use Nematron 70B in your own projects? Let us know in the comments. And while you're here, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. If you enjoyed this, check out our other videos for more on the latest in AI.